Russian flags and honking car horns in the separatist city of Donetsk. But this bestowal of independence, which is not Russia's gift to give, will not necessarily bring peace. Vladimir Putin declaring today he'd recognized the separatists' claims to the whole of Donetsk and Luhansk regions, not just the parts they control.
We have recognized all fundamental documents and their constitution. And constitution determines the borders of Donetsk and Lugansk regions while they were part of Ukraine. But we are counting on resolution of all these differences.
The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, whose territory this is, called for an immediate and tough response from the West.
Europe and
the world cannot allow the repetition of the tragic mistakes made in Georgia in 2008. We agreed on the necessity of immediately imposing sanctions for another action of aggression against Ukraine. These sanctions must include the complete shutdown of Nord Stream 2.
And as if on cue, the German Chancellor obliged.
I have
asked the German Economy Ministry today to withdraw the report on the analysis of the energy supply guarantees from the German regulator. It sounds technical, but it's the required procedure so that there can be no certification of the pipeline now. Without this certification, Nord Stream 2 can't become operational.
Russia's upper house has now authorized the deployment of the Russian armed forces in the separatist republics, as and when it's deemed that they're needed. But are they already there? Unmarked military convoys on the roads of the republics last night, though not much to go on beyond these pictures. Declaring the breakaway republics independent is one thing. Pushing further into Ukraine is another. Both are clearly invasions of Ukrainian sovereignty, but one would involve a lot more bloodshed. The question is Vladimir Putin a rational actor, or has he let his emotions and the bubbling resentments of years, if not decades, get the better of him? Again, he returned to an imaginary threat of a one-day nuclear Ukraine.
Ukraine, since Soviet times, had quite an extensive nuclear competences. They've got several nuclear units, and their nuclear industry is well developed. 110 kilometers can be increased to 300 to 500 kilometers, and then Moscow will be within the reach of these rockets. For us, this is a strategic threat.
Ukraine gave up its nuclear weapons 30 years ago in exchange for security assurances from the likes of Russia. President Putin first broke those promises 8 years ago in Crimea, and he continues to trample on them now. Diana Magnay, Sky News, Moscow.